Hey guys, it's Chameleonaire. As you can see behind me, I like buying shoes. But today, I want to talk about the Powerpuff Girl Dunks that recently just dropped. For those people that aren't sneakerheads, let me explain what Sneakers is. Sneakers is an app that was created by Nike for people to buy exclusive shoes like Jordans, Nikes, Converse, etc. And with a lot of these shoes, they drop on specific dates and they drop at a specific time. If you're on that app on that specific date and specific time, you enter in a draw and or a raffle to get the opportunity to buy this shoe. I know that sounds crazy, having to enter in this lottery system just to buy something, but some of the Jordans and some of the Nikes that they release are produced in limited quantities, which can result in the app being extremely difficult to use. 90% of the shoes I have I bought from Sneakers, but with pure luck and a whole lot of praying. I've been on Sneakers since 2017, and the amount of L's I've taken on that app is enough to make you want to quit. But over time, you realize that some days you're gonna hit on Sneakers and some days you're gonna take that L. Strangely enough, you kind of get used to losing on Sneakers because as a consumer, you kind of know how faulty the app is and just how, depending on the shoe, how impossible it is to really get a got 'em screen. And as of recently, SBs have become impossible to win on Sneakers. So for about a year, we learned that Nike was collabing with a specific set of girls on a pair of Dunk SBs. And those girls are the Powerpuff Girls. Why the Powerpuff Girls are getting a skate shoe, I really don't know. They were heroes that fought villains and stuff, but I never recall them ever being skaters. So for about a year, a whole bunch of images kept being released of each shoe. Each girl was getting their own shoe. And in fact, there was a Mojo Kojo shoe being produced as well. With each leaked photo, we was able to see detailed design choices for each of these shoes. Starting with Blossom, since she's the leader. Her shoe is all pink with an orange swoosh with orange laces. Buttercup is all lime green with a black swoosh with black laces, and Bubbles all blue with yellow laces and a yellow swoosh. Me personally, I wanted Bubbles' shoe at first because it's easier to wear with most things. Most people don't have that orange and that pink. It's very if you're really trying to match with these shoes, I think Blossoms might be the most difficult because of the pink and that orange. Buttercups is a bit more, not a lot of people have lime green in their wardrobe. You would have to get clothes to match these shoes. Bubbles being a bit easier, because when I see Bubbles shoe, I think of the Chargers. If anything, that's kind of how you can really put yourself together, have a good outfit with these shoes, is by thinking about what colors look good with pink and orange and or black and green or blue and yellow. But there's one thing that made people go crazy about the shoe. Dunks normally have a Nike written on the back, but for these shoes, eyeballs replace the Nike heel tab. If you hold the shoe side by side, you see an eyeball and mouth, which actually expresses each Powerpuff Girl how they were portrayed in the cartoon. Blossom always smiling, Buttercup always mad. Bubbles didn't really have an expression, so that's why I think she doesn't have a mouth drawn, and plus there isn't any other mouth that they can draw. That's probably my favorite design little detail of the shoe, is just the fact that the eyeballs, holding them together, they make a face. People didn't like this at first. In fact, people hated the eyeballs. And I was just thinking we didn't know much about the shoe at first. When we first seen pictures of the shoe, we didn't know holding them together it would make a face. You really just couldn't tell. We only could see one shoe, and that was about it. And the shoe for the whole year had been anticipated to drop in December. But we finally do get a date the first week of December. Nike planned to drop the shoe on December 15th. And certain sneaker shops would sell the shoe December 14th. My skate shop, they had raffles starting on that Tuesday of that week, and you would know if you won by Wednesday. I entered in that raffle and I lost. I waited the whole entire day because the way they have the raffle set up, it was the traditional way. You go into the store, you write your name on the paper, and then you pretty much have to wait and see if your name gets picked. I'm pretty sure they put in a hat or something like that, and I lost. To be honest, I actually prefer losing that way because at least it was fair and it wasn't due to the bot system that has completely taken over Sneakers. So with my first set of L's that I took on Wednesday, I'm all right, I have Friday to try to win. I'm gonna try my best. But here was an issue with that whole release of these shoes. The shoes weren't loaded up on Sneakers. If you go on Sneakers even if you go on like Instagram, or if you follow like a sneaker news website and they're giving you updates to certain shoes that drop months in advance, Nike will load the shoes that's dropping on sneakers for you to get notified when they do drop, so that way you can be on the app at 7 o'clock when they do drop, so that way you can enter in the raffle. But they didn't have that for the Powerpuff Girls. So the shoes weren't even loaded up on the website. Like, no matter how many times you refreshed it. You knew they were dropping on the 15th because multiple news sources were saying the 15th was when they drop on by Nike. So Friday comes, I'm on sneakers and I'm just constantly refreshing, and it was like 7:10 and I'm like, dude, where are these shoes at? Sources say 7 o'clock and the 15th, so the shoes are not here. That day I was working, and by the time that I got off of work, which was like 10 o'clock, I was dead tired. So I take a nap from 11 to like 105 exactly. Something tells me to go on Twitter. So I go on Twitter and I see that people winning the Buttercups. I'm like, wait, what? When did the shoes drop? They were supposed to drop at 7. They're not on sneakers. So then I go to sneakers and I see Buttercup are loaded on sneakers. I'm like, wait, what? When did the shoes drop? This is like the first time that sneakers has ever done anything like this. And it's infuriating the way they did it and the rollout for them. Number 1, each shoe was getting dropped at a certain hour. Buttercup was at 12 o'clock, my time. Bubbles was at 1 o'clock. Blossom was at 2 o'clock. So I slept through the Bubbles and Buttercup drop. I was livid. I really wanted Bubbles shoe. And they're already going for like $400 on GOAT and StockX. So I have no choice but to go for Blossom. But let me tell you how you would buy this shoe. So once the shoe dropped on the hour, there would be a picture that would appear on the app, and I have the picture shown right here. It looks like a chemistry lab. You had to scratch the picture and the picture would reveal the shoe that you're entering for. And once the shoe's fully revealed, it recreates the intro to the Powerpuff Girls TV show. Having the professor mix all the chemicals, and instead of the Powerpuff Girls coming up, the shoe shows up, and that's when you enter in your size and all of that stuff pretty much. But I've seen that people have said that this scratching the image took too long, and that's what caused the shoe to sell out almost instantly. People were pissed off. This is the first time that I've ever seen grown men mad at the Powerpuff Girls. The amount of that sneakers has done over the years, and for them to come up with this is ridiculous. No, people were able to win, but it's how they did it that just ruined the whole like experience of wanting to buy this shoe, because having to scratch off the image and then you gotta wait for the whole video to play. Like, come on, like that's literally killing time. People have bots. I wonder how the bots were able to get through this scratch off thing. It's definitely a new method, but it's a terrible method. So with all of this in mind, me knowing that Blossom drops at 2, it's like 1:30 me finding this information out. I'm like, all right, I need Blossom now. Okay, I know Bubbles wasn't able to work. I wasn't able to get Bubbles, but we can definitely get Blossom. I'm gonna try my best to get Blossom. And I'm like, dude, I'm down bad. I need as many devices as I can get. I have my mom enter in the raffle. I have my brother enter in the raffle. I even in my phone, of course. And then 2 o'clock hit, and I'm expecting that same scratch off bullshit, but no. So Nike saw the flaw in this scratch off system, and then for Blossom, they just shock drop the shoe on sneakers. No scratch off thing, just typically how they always release sneakers, but it's a shock drop. So boom, all 3 devices. I got it all queued up on sneakers. I got my sizes in, all of that. And I'm waiting, dude. My mom's device lost. Then my brother's phone was in the queue for like what felt like 15 minutes, and he lost. And dude, after almost 30 minutes of waiting, and I freaking won. Couldn't contain my excitement. I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe that I won Blossom shoe. Dude, it's just crazy. I rarely win on sneakers. The last dub I got on sneakers was the UNC Jordan Lows that came out last year. Even though I won a Bubble shoe at first, I'm glad that I have Blossom shoe. And I noticed that a lot of niggas have Bubble shoe. Like, I've seen like 4 people wearing them already, and I hardly see anyone with Blossom shoe or even Buttercups. I kind of want to stand out from everybody else and have a shoe that wasn't sought after. I wanted to make this video to give me a reason to open them and to review them and to show you how cool they are. So we're gonna open them right now. I know. Oh my god. Oh, oh yes, sir. Oh, I could already smell it, man. Aha. Yes, sir. You see it. You see it. Oh. You see it. I'm a size 13. Big foot. Oh, this is cool. So, first, they give you an SB sticker, which is cool. Never got that before. And when you open the box, right, you get Bubbles first, then you get Buttercup, and I'm pretty sure Blossom is underneath the shoes. And then we have the... Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. Blossom. Bro, these shoes are fire. These shoes are crazy in person. The structure of the shoe, it's really nice. It looks really good. It has a 3M reflective lining on it, which is cool. I could tell that it's 3M because it kind of, you know, has that glistening to it. Oh, and the shoes come with black laces. I'm pretty sure Bubbles comes with black laces as well, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if Buttercup came with green laces, but yeah, black laces right there. So specifically Blossom's pair, it comes with a heart shoe loop right there, which is really, really cool because, you know, Blossom has that heart barrette in her, you know, in her hair. And also, if you don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can guess the reason why the laces in the swoosh are orange, because Blossom's hair is orange and she's the pink Powerpuff. And if you look on the tongue says Powerpuff Girls on it. You can see it perfectly. It literally says Powerpuff Girls, and boom, says Blossom right on the tongue right there. Each Powerpuff Girl has a specific ingredient that makes them stand out, and each ingredient is unique to each Powerpuff Girl. So for Blossom, she's everything nice, you can see. Bubbles is sugar, which is sweet. That's why she's so nice and so innocent. And Spice is Buttercup, because she's feisty. She has a little stank ass attitude all the time. And each shoe has that same thing. So for Bubbles, she has sugar right here, and then for Buttercup, Spice, Blossom, everything nice. She's like a good mixture. So if you hold the shoes to the back, you see it makes a face. This is how Blossom looks in the show. She's always smiling, you know, and she kind of looks like this. So this is kind of a way Blossom's face. You know, you can't really tell, but you definitely can tell if you hold them side by side like this. People really hated the eyeball heel tab, but honestly, nah, it's perfect. And the stitching on this is incredible too. Like, you could really see they put their feet in this, and Nike ate this up for real. They did. The detail on this is freaking crazy, and this looks amazing. You can see inside, man, it looks freaking crazy in there. It looks really cool. If I could hold them together, you can really see them. Like, they just look great. The shoe itself is amazing. I love the shoe. In fact, I'm really happy that I have Blossom's shoe because it's different, unique, and honestly, I like wearing pink. Pink is where it's at. I know for Buttercup's shoe, her actual shoe is like satin, so it's very like glossy and shiny. I'm sure that looks nice. And I think that Bubble shoe is like, if anything, I think it's the same type of material for Blossom. Stop the cow. That's what I'm thinking. So I want to look at the paper. Yeah, let's look at it together. So this is the paper. Oh, this is fire, dude. I think this is a great freaking like poster to hang up. Like, this is cool as hell. Got all three of them. All of them included, because in some pictures that I've seen, like people getting like the, you know, either Bubbles or Buttercup, like you would see either one of their faces first, depending on what shoe you got. So if you got Buttercup, you would see her face first. Bubbles, her face first. But I'm glad that all of them are on here, you know. And this is really the center right here. This is the star. Blossom. This shoe is fire. I'm really happy that I have it. I'm thankful that I was able to win the leader of the group blossom, you know what I'm saying? Shoes for leaders. Leaders wear the shoe, wear these. So if you got a pair, congrats. If you got Bubbles, congrats. Buttercup, congrats. This is my first review of a sneaker, so hopefully I can do more reviews of shoes, because, you know, I'm really tuned into shoes, as you can see. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this shoe, the whole raffle system of the shoe, all of that. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'm Chameleonaire. I'll see you next time.